Taking a look at Bitcoin on the live stream. So my guess is that right now we are going to create some sort of some sort of bullish divergence. And typically what that means is that I think, and I don't know what's going to happen, but I'm just saying what I think is going to happen is we might be in for a deeper correction. I don't know where it's going to land because on the weekly, the next target, on the weekly, the 200 moving day average, which we'll look later in this video, is going to be around $58,000. So maybe we do come down there, make a lower high, make a lower low on the price action, and then on the RSI, you actually create a higher low, and that obviously signifies a bullish divergence forming, and then we break out of here for a bigger move up. But I mean, really, what I really wanted to see here is breaking through this area of resistance, which unfortunately we did not. So we have resistance between 67 and 72. You've already came back up twice here and you got rejected both times. Typically, price should stay in here, but you can see you're breaking below this channel right now and this purple box that we have drawn. So what I really wanted to say is it was good because you were getting consolidation and it was just a matter of time before we turned bullish again and got some sort of breakout to 81,000. But the problem is you're breaking down and you're breaking down a lot faster than expected. So that's why I think you might be creating some sort of bullish divergence, at least temporarily, which will, in my opinion, give us some sort of relief rally on altcoins when we do, after we do have this bigger capitulation. Maybe we stop at 58,000, maybe we go a little bit lower. I'm not really too sure, but these are the targets on the downside. It's 58,000 and 60,000. Now, in terms of the weekly time frame, you can see that the 200-day moving average does show 58,369, with the next macro area support being at 43. Now, I don't necessarily think we're going to go straight down to 43, given that we are in a bear market and we are bearish. I think that we might come down and retest this area of support here and the 200-day moving average and get some sort of major relief, which hopefully moves up altcoins too. That's my guess because, I mean, alts are completely dead right now. And Bitcoin is having these really big corrections. So hopefully we get a pocket in the market where we do at least have the opportunity to sell altcoins that we have that, and we don't want to sell the lows, right? But eventually, we do come back up, and depending on how high we go, we'll get that next capitulation to 43. I do think that Bitcoin is going to probably hit 43 at some point in the bear market, if not lower. But obviously, we'll talk about that in the future. Now, removing the moving average and looking at the Gaussian channel, we haven't printed red just yet on the Gaussian channel. The reason why we have these day indicators is because typically once we do break into this channel, it takes around 140 to 175 days of bouncing around and consolidating in the channel before we do get that major capitulation. So this is just showing you that we haven't gotten that yet. Although we have broken into the channel and below it, we haven't gotten that. I mean, technically, I guess you could say this is the capitulation, but you can see we capitulated here and we're still green for a little while before we had the next leg down. So once we do start printing red on the Gaussian channel on the BTC chart on the weekly, then we can kind of remove these day indicators and then kind of see, okay, well, how long does Bitcoin stay in the red channel, historically speaking, so that for people like me that are trying to dollar cost average and buy Bitcoin at the cheapest possible price, which again, the cheapest possible price does coincide with this channel. You can see it based off history. It just gives me a better idea of, okay, well, this would be a good time to start buying Bitcoin so that I can get in for as cheap as possible. So obviously we'll mark that and then we'll kind of see how long it lasts and then when the bull market is and what my targets are going to be at that point. So I don't know if you guys keep up with the channel or join the live streams, but I unfortunately got into alts, and although the first cycle I got in was 2018, 19, 20, 21, I did pretty good in alts, but unfortunately, as you guys probably already know, this time we did not get any sort of altcoin season. So I never want to do that again. I know Bitcoin's going to go up. I know that even if I buy one Bitcoin right now at 67,000, I know that at least in the next couple of years, it's going to be 67,000 or more, because it's done that historically, and we know that, and that's a fact based on the chart. Now it could do something different in the future, which again it very well might, but at least I don't want to. At least I know that, and it's a pretty solid chart, and it's pretty solid analysis in my opinion. So if you use your own two eyes, you can kind of see that it does do that every single time. So that's why I want to do that. So anyway, with that being said, just remember, none of this is financial advice. It is all just my opinion. If you like this content, please make sure you like, subscribe to the channel, and comment below, where do you think Bitcoin is headed, and how low do you think Bitcoin's going to go in this bear market? Thank you so much, and I'll catch you in the next video.